We have been in business now for 4 years. This was my first year just being like um, direct with my business, I would say. So this year was the game changer for me.
How would you describe your journey with tax shield software?
My journey with TechShield was great. Um, like I said, this is my first year branching off by myself completely. And I was kind of nervous. I was kind of scared, but it actually went great. It went beyond better than my expectations. Um, the support line was always open, always available, never a wait when I needed to talk to someone. Me talking to Abe, always available, never a wait when I needed to talk. Yeah, I just had a good experience all around. No worries on anything.
What
Mhm.
made you choose our team?
I came into Tech Shield in a crazy way, but um, I wanted to go direct because even though I was working 3 years prior with other people who just sold software, I was never able to actually just be doing things on my own. Even though like I had my own even, it's just like I was never in control of just everything or just literally just having my own. It was always secondhand through the person who I bought the software from. And I just wanted that control. I just felt like it was time for me to branch off and just be completely in control of my business.
What would you say was your biggest challenges before using tax shield, and how did we help you overcome those challenges?
One of my biggest challenges were um, definitely the not having control. Um, when you're getting software from other people most time, you're kind of waiting on them to do everything as far as like your transmitting or anything like that. And I know it's different for different people or different for different companies, but the particular one that I was with, even though I had my own EFIN, I still wasn't allowed to like transmit and things of that nature. So it was like having us stuck on a hold, like waiting around for the person who was in control of that software to just do things that we needed done. So that was one of my biggest challenges. And I don't like to have my customers waiting for anything. I don't even like to have my employees waiting for anything. So just getting that control was the biggest thing for us. And it made a tremendous difference in everything that we were doing.
You are a service bureau, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Okay. About how many EROs or service bureaus do you have under you?
I have four.
Four. Okay. How easy was it to add an ERO or a service bureau into the system? You know, the onboarding process, how was that for you?
It was very easy, especially using the CRM. I'm just a person, once I'm shown something one time, I can go in and do it on my own from there. So using the CRM just made everything very easier. And for my team, I kind of learned from my past experiences. So them having their own EFIN and them, well, being able to still do their own things with their own control, even though I'm the one providing the software to them, which is one of the biggest things that I love being able to do through this company.
And did you find the onboarding process to be um, very simple? Because, you know, we just, all you have to do is to invite them, and, you know, obviously we take over. How was that process for you? Did it take a lot of
Very simple. No, I love that I didn't have to, because I know I talked to, I think, Kathy one time, and she was telling me to just upload everything and then you all would handle it from there. And I think I was kind of worried about the wait process from there, but it wasn't a long wait process. Anytime I uploaded something or anytime I let anybody know that it was something in there that I completed or done, it was already done at least by that next day. So, and sometimes within the same day. So it was very easy and it made my job easy.
How was your experience with the CRM this past few years? Have you seen any changes? How did it compare to anything that you were doing prior?
Prior, I never used a system like this. So me coming into using the CRM, I know last year I didn't really go into it. I had access to it, but I didn't really go into it. And then this year, after talking to Abe, and he was just explaining like the many possibilities in the CRM. I went and did some exploring. I went and just saw everything that was at my hands that I never did use prior to. So it was great. It's definitely a great feature. It shows you a lot. It helps out with the system. One of the things that I love with the CRM is just the referral process, which I didn't really get into it this year, but I'm definitely shooting for it next year. I just kind of explored everything this year. And then so next year I'm just gonna go in and just use it more.
Were you able to use a little bit of the intake form, being able to intake the client data and that?
Yes, I forgot about that part. That was very helpful. Because I received a lot of new clients this year and I posted the link. Um, and it brought me in a lot of clients and it was very easy to transfer the returns over. And it helped me not have to do so much work. So I did like that part too.
What kind of growth have you seen since partnering up with us?
I know I expanded my growth when it comes down to my business. Like I said, the previous years I've had employees, but we were kind of like just like maybe two or three. But one of the biggest issues they had was the wait part, like waiting on things to be transmitted or waiting on things to be done or, just waiting, period. And we just felt like we shouldn't have to wait, especially by having our own events. So when it came down to this year and I had a lot of my employees referring me to other people, which helped me gain more employees because now I can move faster and it gave them a chance to see a better me when it comes down to the business side. So that helped out a lot.
That's awesome. Have you made more money or saved more time since switching with us, since being in the Tax Show family?
I've definitely made more money. My clientele is kind of like they don't have any patience here in Georgia, which is where my biggest clientele comes from. But I made more money because I'm able to move faster. Doing things on my own allows me to move faster, and I'm not sitting waiting on other people to do things for me. So I can get those clients in that are like, okay, hey, I need to be in now, or hey, I need you to, give me an advance now, or I need you to do this now. And it works because it made my clientele grow.
Where do you see your business going in the next 2 to 3 years? And where does Tax Show fit in that vision?
One of the things I want to work more on is selling software. I'm not really a people's person, so I try to just keep my team small, and then I try not to have to communicate with a lot of people. But one of the things that I want to do is get into selling the software, so that I can expand in a number of ways, and also so that I can make more money. So that's one thing that I'm glad I'm able to do because I know with the previous team that I was with, I couldn't sell the software, or I could only sell to certain limits because I didn't have full access, so I couldn't give them full access. And so now I'm able to give any potential service bureaus or EROs full access to a system that I would have full access to. So I can see my business growing by taking advantage of that.
Okay, awesome. And we're here for you for the whole ride. What would you say is your favorite feature or functionality tools that you enjoyed throughout this past season?
Honestly, it would be just being able to get on the support line. I had in the beginning, I visited them a lot because it was a lot that I was not familiar with because I was a first time user as my own software. So just being able to just get on and instantly get somebody and instantly be able to have my problem solved and not waiting and not, just waiting around until somebody can get back with me. So I think that was my favorite part, is just being able to have that support whenever I needed it. That was the favorite part for me.
That's awesome. Did any of the ER roles under you take advantage of the Zoom support line as well, or were they all coming to you?
They were coming to me at first, but since I had that ability, I went ahead and shared the link to them. And I more so pushed them to use the link. And then they got to the point where they didn't come to me for anything. If they needed anything, they went directly to the link. And that worked out for me because it took away from me having to do other things that, the support line was here to help for.
what would you tell somebody that's watching that is on the fence? As we know, a lot of people, and I've heard people say all the time, you don't need to fix something that's not broken. But a lot of people don't understand. Um, we get into certain habits of doing certain things. What would you say to somebody that's watching, that's on the fence, or that's looking for a new software provider? What would you say to them from your experience?
I would tell them to go for it. My initial conversation with Abe kind of just secured things for me because at first I was like so nervous about, just getting a software or even just trying another provider and I never been direct. So just really just going direct. I was nervous, but the initial conversation with him, he reassured me, he made me feel safe, he made me feel comfortable. Just tell them to just go for it. It definitely helps and it makes your business grow on another level because now I actually feel like I'm a business owner. Beforehand, I never felt like I was just like completely just that owner or completely had the control that I should have had. So now I feel like I'm a business owner now. And I would just say go for it.
A lot of times, a lot of people are scared of the initial cost, and how was your ROI compared to the cost that you had to join the program? Did that um, were you able to make that back easily? How your ROI to your business? How can if you could give us a little synopsis of that?
Honestly, I feel like the price to join with you all was great compared to prices that I paid in the past. I think one of the people that I paid, your price was probably their price was probably two times more than your price. So the price was great. The price wasn't an issue at all. I had zero complaints there.
I'm gonna just give you a sentence if you can finish it for me, okay? Um,
Okay.
since using Tax Shield, my business has.
Grown tremendously. It's grown and it has me excited for next year and to actually be able because I think that fear is going away now. So at first this was my first year, so I was still scared, still skeptical about a couple of things, still on the fence, but now that fear has kind of like gone away and now I'm ready to just like really take advantage of the really take advantage of all the benefits that we get with using you all. So I'm excited for next year. Yes, one thing that I did forget to speak on was like, which is major in our state with fellow employees or coworkers or whatever the case may be. We have a big problem with service providers or software providers like giving us like the back end fees or either like the service bureau fees or anything that you just initially was supposed to have and then you end up not having. So that's one thing that I would definitely say also. I absolutely love that. This was my first year ever being able to receive like back end fees or software fees or anything to that nature. And it helped tremendously. So what I used to be promised and never would get, I got it from you all. And it was just like, I think just like the biggest blessing to me because now I have everything that I feel like I should be getting when it comes down to my business. So yeah, that was another thing I forgot to speak on. But if you're with providers who don't provide you with your service bureau fees and you have your own EFIN and you should be getting everything that you are entitled to for your business. So that's another plus that I got with you all.